Today, I'm going to be going to your parks and rating them from 1 to 10 based off of scenery and coaster smoothness and your builds and stuff. If you want to be in one of these videos in the future, go join my Discord. I will be doing one of these every 2 to 4 weeks, so make sure you look out for those announcements. So let's get right to this video. First off, we have this one. This one is made by Roblox Scoochity Mango 1. I definitely said that wrong. And this is a holiday park. This is actually insane. I love the theming of this too because the trees match like the theming of the outside, but these houses are fairly simple and they really do not look bad. They actually look super cool. And so let's enter this right here. I love the scenery out here. This is the Wild West. I like how they did the insides too, because sometimes people get really lazy. And then there's a train. I really like the train. I bet there will be a lot more theming in the future for that train. It's a really cool area. Now we have the Jurassic. Oh, actually no, there's more stuff over here. This is a ride right here. There's like Jurassic Park, so this is all like forest jungly stuff. Whoa, look at that dinosaur. That is a super detailed dinosaur. It's actually extremely hard to build cool dinosaurs, and this one actually looks really good. All right, let's go to the next little area. This is Dino Time Skipper. Oh, that's the exit. The entrance is over here. Let's go. Here is the ride. I bet this is inspired by the Jurassic Park ride in Universal Studios. Whoa, don't get splashed, guys. We're getting splashed everywhere. We're all super wet now, and I love how this is like normal water. It's not like just the water from the ride. It's a pretty simple ride. They do have disable collision, so I would suggest putting like detailed rocks on the outside. I like that dinosaur. It looks pretty realistic. Whoa, now we're inside. It's kind of creepy stuff. I would also suggest putting some detailed rocks in here, and then we're gonna get splashed from up there. Whoa. And that is the entire ride. I did like that ride. Pretty darn cool ride. This way. This way. They really want me to go this way, don't they? Dino Expedition. Also, there's trash on the floor, and I would suggest putting some trash can so then there's not trash on the floor. Doesn't only look pretty bad, but it also brings your stars rating down. I'm pretty sure it's like a dark ride. Oh, it's a vintage cars. I won't ride it because vintage cars are super slow, but I'll just kind of walk through it. Broken down car. It would be cool if you added some smoke effects to that. Smile. I like this rocks over here. It's pretty detailed. And then another dinosaur that gets you all wet, and that's the entire ride. So we'll exit to the left right here. Okay, so this park is actually really cool. I do like the theming of it with the scenery, all this like scenery stuff, all the buildings, all these scenic items over here, all these trees and stuff. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10, all the scenery. And then I'm gonna give the rides, just because there isn't like a lot of stuff. It is a super detailed ride, and so I'm gonna give the ride a 6.5 just because there aren't like roller coasters and stuff. There's literally just one ride. And so in total, this park is gonna be a 7 out of 10. The next park I'm gonna be rating, this one right here from Alex Noob, and it's called the Pro Park. This one is like desert theme. This entrance is super cool. It does fit in with the theme super well, and also it's not like extremely detailed. It's still really cool. So we're gonna walk in really quick right here. There's some flat rides I'm not gonna ride because you know what those look like already. There are some cool buildings. I won't ride that log ride over there. It does look like a pretty solid layout. I'm gonna try to ride these two main big rides, this wooden coaster right here, and then this vertical launch coaster over here. Okay, I think this is called the Pro Launch. So it's not super smooth. I do like it though. I like that cool little top hat thingy. And then we do go through the track right there. We get our heads cut off right there. I would suggest instead of doing that to go underground instead. It was a little bit short though. Maybe change the layout a little bit so it would go up here. This inversion right here would be a little bigger, and then you would go back over here and do like a helix over here, and then just go back and return to that side. Next up, we have this wooden coaster. I have no idea where the entrance is. I should probably go to the front of where this coaster is. All right, so now this wooden coaster is ready for me to get on. All right, so here's the chain lift. Is there 2 carts? I think there's just 2 chain lifts during this ride. Now I like these little structures over here that we're going up. It's always cool to have something that's like covering you during a coaster. And then a little drop right here, something to like get you hyped up. I think pretty slow at the beginning. I think we're gonna start picking up some speed over here. We're going a little quicker, just slowly going quicker. I would suggest to have this be a little bit quicker. If you have ride operations, maybe turn the gravity a little lower. And then here's our second chain lift. Yeah, it does need a little bit more speed, unless it picks up more speed on this second chain lift, then we'll see. Whoa, okay, here's some more speed. The first one was just a little teaser, and now this is the actual speedy stuff, and that is the entire ride. It actually is decent. You could have made it a little quicker and just had a tiny bit more smooth turns, but I guess wooden coasters aren't all that smooth. I like how you did like an outline at the top right here for all of them basically. So for like the builds and stuff and the scenery, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 just because the paths could have been a little more creative. Also, the entire park is just flat, and it does add a lot to it if you make it like a second level or something, not all just in the exact same level of terrain. You could have lifted it up in some areas areas. And then for the rides, I'm also going to give it a 7 out of 10. So in total, this whole park is going to be a 7 out of 10, just like the other park we had toured. Whoa, he did tell me to turn it to night, and this actually looks super cool. I'm going to get in free cam mode just because this is so cool. It is inspired by like that one Pandora area from Animal Kingdom and Disney World. It's actually really detailed too. These rocks, there's like a million rocks just like piled onto each other, and there's some water right here, and then they've got just some paths and just cool stuff and just vines just going everywhere. There's not much to see, but it is super cool. I'm going to give just this right here, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 just because it's so cool and it's so well themed. And also, this is made by Bastings 12, and it's gonna be a movie park. This is just the Pandora area of the movie park. Okay, so this next park I can tell is inspired by ImaFlyinMidget. ImaFlyinMidget did something similar to this. If you don't know him, he was a YouTuber that did Theme Park Tycoon 2 as well, but he stopped making videos about a year ago. This is actually super cool though. We're gonna go around, we'll ride some of these rides. I'll probably ride this one right here and maybe the back one. Actually, I'm gonna ride this one over here. I think it's on this side of the park and perfectly in time for me to get on. All right, so this is the start of it. Boost right there and then boost right here. Oh, that's a break actually, and there's like weird swirly stuff, and then it's super bumpy, just like up and down and up and down, all these little rough areas. And this is a super long ride, so I might have to cut it off pretty short right here. I think this ride is almost over. We're just on our side, we're literally like hanging. That's mostly the ride. Oh wow, I'm dead. And I forgot to mention that this park is built by Nauka12233. So that's the only one I'm gonna ride just because there's a lot of rides and they all look pretty similar. The trees are pretty cool, and then there's these super cool detailed area just right here for some reason. Everything else is just like not super detailed, but then there's like a super detailed part just right there. I'm going to give these builds and stuff and like this little tree house stuff over here a 6 out of 10 just because it's not super filled in and there's a lot of areas with like nothing in it. And then I'm gonna give the coasters a 5 out of 10. It just took a really long time to get through it, and it just was really rough. It was just pretty slow overall. So overall, this park is going to be a 5.5 out of 10. All right, so now I'm going to go to this next park over here. Whoa, this one's actually crazy. This one has so many primitives going on. So this one is made by Cool Oscarvard 4535, and this is Neon City. So let's enter right here. The roof should be a little higher here, but this is still pretty cool. Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess I entered the park already. I don't know if they have any rides actually. Oh yeah, they have a ride over here. These structures are so cool. This is IKEA. Yes, this definitely looks like IKEA. It would be cool if there was an inside to most of them, but there isn't. I'm gonna ride this coaster over here too. What does that say? That says 8. I like this little like textures. These are cool. What is this, like a road underground or something? This is super cool. All right, so let's go this way to the coaster. So they've got some nice stuff over here, some cool scenery. There's a statue right there. I really like that. It's leaving us. No. Okay, so there's some like scary lights around and it's all smoky. Also, the chain lift could be a tiny bit quicker maybe. I don't know if you have ride operations. And now for the big drop right here, we're gonna pick up some speed over here. This is also kind of like a cool tour around the park, and that building over there is pretty cool too. So up over here, and then there's like a Google over here. This is basically just like all of the main companies, because there's like IKEA and Google, and I bet there's like an Amazon around here somewhere. And then we've got, I think this is some brakes right here. Oh, it's some boosters, and we're launching off kind of over here. The coaster isn't the smoothest, but it is like a nice tour around this park to see kind of like what it has in store for us. And they've got the IKEA again. I like the speed of this ride too, so it's not like too quick, but it's also not too slow. It wasn't the smoothest, but I did like the ride overall. So we'll kind of explore a little more. So they have Google over there, so they basically just have a city filled with like really big companies, and then they have like a parking lot over there. Whoa, look at that fireworks show. This is like the train station over here, and they've got some trains going along there. There's like this tower for like something, and then there's this cool thing. It might be like the capital of this little city we have over here. And then we've got some statues here. This is pretty cool. There could be some like plants or something in here. You could be adding a little bit more inside of here. This park is actually pretty cool. I do like it. It's probably one of the better ones that we've seen. There's even like a Roblox company over there. I'm gonna give the buildings an 8 out of 10 because it just looks really cool and just looks like a super gigantic city. Then the ride is going to be a 7 out of 10. But overall, because there's a lot more buildings than there is is the ride, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. Overall is an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'm actually going to be rating one last park because I saw this super cool park and I did not want to skip it. This is called Day Tower from this person right here. It has all of these like models and stuff, and they actually are so detailed and they took so much time. There's like Thyman and then some other YouTubers and stuff, and then there's this one which looks really nice. So this one, it looks so detailed. Like, it has the most detailed things, and this probably took forever to make. I just really like these structures over here. There's also a ride over here, building in progress for this one right here, but it looks relatively smooth. Just by looking at it, it looks like it is going to be a really smooth ride, and it is going to be super cool and detailed because of all of these like models and stuff, all these like bird things right here. And so I'm going to be rating this park. I'm going to give the scenery and stuff, just because these look super cool, a 9 out of 10, and then I'm going to give like the coaster an 8 out of 10 because it looks super smooth for now. So overall, I'm gonna give this park like an 8.5 out of 10, probably a little closer to 9 out of 10 for this park. So that's actually going to be it for this entire video. If you like the video, you can go down and like the video if you would like, and then you can also go down and subscribe if you want other content like this. Here's some videos you might also want to watch. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.